I saw the commercialization of hip hop, the spirit of entrepreneurship kicked in the 80s. And I saw that, you know what, this is about to be big. That above the rim vest and pants and that famous Birdie scene that was Walker wear, you know. So he was real big about that snapback Walker wear. He was always repping, so that was a good look for us. What's up, you guys? This is April Walker, owner of Walker Wear. You're watching Fly Talk on thisis50.com. We miss what we love. I love fashion. I love creating. I just think I love creating more than fashion. But honestly, I also thought timing was right with today's digital platforms. Like, there's no better time for opportunity in anything you want to do. And I didn't want to go back to the stores in terms of having to be a slave to the rhythm of retail stores, because brick and mortars are gone. It's not even like it was in the 90s. So there are none. So the retailers own you if you go that route. You know, I didn't want to do that. I really wanted to use Walker Wear as a springboard for creative energy, for creative collaborations, and to have a conversation with Generation X and Generation Y, because I feel like there's this disconnect happening in hip hop with younger people and older, and I feel like I didn't want to come back preachy and talk to people. I just wanted to have a conversation through fashion, and this was a way for me to engage young people, find out what they're thinking and how they're thinking without being judgmental, and then it's also a way for them to find out who I am without saying, hey, look at me. You know what I mean? Let fashion tell the story. We have a story that's unique and it's different, and it's an authentic story that I couldn't even wrote. That was God's story. You know what I mean? Like, people always ask me, like, how did you work with Tupac? How did you work with Biggie? And they weren't the Tupac and the Biggie that we know now when I started. The biggest thing is just believing in people. So I think that I've been really strong on, if I believe you, I'm going to really rock with you, you know, no matter what. But I have to believe in that you're authentic to who you are. And I think all those relationships we talked about in terms of artists, they believed in me like I believed in them. So that reciprocity was strong, and that's the relationships that were built. And it's still that way now. Like, people ask me about Joseph Sikora. When I started with Joseph, working with Joseph, I saw one show, and it was the first season, and I literally had a dream. Like, I was like, I gotta do a photo shoot with him. This was before he was Tommy that we know now. I just knew, and I had a friend, and shout out to Catherine Narducci, but she played the DA on the show at the time, and I was like, Catherine, do you know this guy that plays? And she's like, yeah, that's my friend. So, you know, we called, we made a business arrangement, and I just think that Joe, he says it. He says, you believed in me way before now. You saw and you went for it, you know, and so it's the same thing back then. It's the same thing. It's just like, be real with people, and it's not always about a dollar amount, even though it is now for people. But if you can find those jewels who will rock with you, and you can get with people before they become mainstream and really believe in them, that's what counts, you know. Sky Zoo, Torre, the Barrel Brothers, Reality Childs, that's an independent artist in Philly that has a movement shaking, that's really on the come up right now. Matter of fact, he just did a mixtape and shouted us out. Joey Badass, I saw 50 Cent had something on not too long ago. Just, you know, it's been new school and it's been old school, and that's the beauty of it. I'm just thankful to be back and swinging with aim. And then when I think about just how we've been embraced, not only with, you know, the artists wearing it, but just the culture. So like recently, All Eyez on Me came out, and we all had a lot of real estate in that, fashion real estate. along with Carl Kanai and other brands, but it was authentic to the time period. So they did a great job at that. Think about Straight Outta Compton, Notorious, you know, just to get those calls and to that people don't forget, and that it's inclusive, and to be a part of that history, you know, that's important to me. So Walkerwear is available exclusively online at walkerwear.com. And we also do pop-up experiences, or you can catch me on tour and catch some. But the best place to shop is at our online shop. So right now I do something called Walker Gems. It's a online social media daily dose of inspiration, or some education, or some game, or a tool that I'm giving you to empower you to be your own brand, which I say hashtag BYOB, and it's not bring your own bag, but it's BYOB. We're all a brand, whether we realize it or not, whether we are working inside someone's infrastructure or we work for ourselves. The way we represent ourselves will be the way what you get in life or what you don't get in life. So you want to stay home on Fridays, you want to come in late on Mondays, be a good negotiator. You need to know how to do that and how to carry yourself accordingly and what to do, right? So I think that the mindset today more than any time is you're going to have to do more than one thing in this life. It's no more 9 to 5. So if you're a day gigger, you probably have a side hustle, you know. So all of this, all of the new way of thinking is kind of where my mind is with these Walker Gems. And it's also how I've been able to be an agile entrepreneur. You know, I'm a silverhead fox for a reason. You know what I mean? These grades have earned me some wisdom. So I'm just giving it back and paying it forward. And I do it with the Walker Gems. And so I had so many. I looked online. I had over 1,000. I've been doing it for 5 years now. So I put together a book because I have so many people from all over that hit me up on DMs and just everything, and I can't get back to everybody. I have a consulting business separately, a Walker Group, but they can't afford that. So I wanted to do virtual mentorship, and I wanted to give them a book that is more than a minute on Instagram. It's called Get Your Ass Off the Couch. And the reason it's important to for me to do this book is because I believe that all of us have dreams. And I believe the graves are probably the richest place in the world, filled with dreams that were just untapped while people were here. So if we could all do, I think each one of us have something, a seed in us that only God gave you that you can plant and fulfill while you're here. But I just don't believe a lot of people believe in themselves. So I think more than anything is just really kind of pushing people to understand you can do this. You know, and then from there it gets, everything else could get figured out. You could, everything's, Google it. It's all on the internet. Whatever you need to know, however you need to grow, whatever it is, and somebody knows somebody. So all of that can get dealt with, but you need to believe in yourself. You need to know what it is, and you need to know that you can do it. And so this book is just kind of a blueprint to get you going. It's all about the passion pursuit, and it's all about telling people, you know, you have what it takes. It gives you some experience along with some lessons learned, along with some other people's experiences through stories. And then we also have tools in here and actual links and different things that you can tap into, in a few worksheet pages to actually take yourself through with exercises to help you grow and get there. So I'm excited about it. I've been getting good feedback. I started a book tour, so I'm gonna be on the road. I'll be East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, the whole thing, touching people, talking to them, and really sharing. So it's been good so far.